Hey.
Hey. What's up?
Morning.
Earthbound good. We were just talking about Earthbound.
I mean, it's true.
Here, I'm gonna sneak closer to you.
You can get well.
All
You're my wife now, right? Is that? Yeah. So you can be closer. It's morning, everybody.
Good morning.
I never explained that Mal was leaving.
Oh, hey, Mal left.
Yeah. So this is a fun little surprise. Mal went back to Wisconsin to visit family since it's been a while. Like, she was last there. We were there in. Well, we technically weren't in Wisconsin in November. We were in Minnesota for Carly's wedding. And, you know, Mal got to see some family, but not all of it. And certainly didn't get to spend a lot of quality time. So she's up there spending quality time.
That's great.
She might be in chat today. I haven't seen her. But maybe she'll show up.
I've been cheesing. I have some Wisconsin cheese curds that Lindsay brought.
That's not a...
So I've been cheesing. Anyway, that made me think of that because she's in Wisconsin.
It's like, what does that mean?
Listen, I have a roll to fill.
You know what that means to me now?
What's that?
There's a sandwich that was just unveiled. I believe it's in Thailand. Burger King now sells a sandwich in Thailand. It's the bun and 20 slices of American cheese.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. There is nothing else to it. It's just 20 slices of American cheese.
Did you invented this? Thailand stole from you.
I really should be getting royalties. Also, my first thought is like, Thailand, what's going on, bud? Yeah, there's a photo of it. Yeah, like, what's going on in Thailand? What's happening? Also, me and Haley occasionally go get Thai food, and I think the next time that we get Thai food, I'm just going to make one of those.
You have to go to the restaurant and ask them for that. You have to be like, please.
I'm like, oh, Haley, I have Thai at the house. Come over to the house. And it's just going to be 20 slices of cheese.
There you go.
Yeah. We got 510 bits from Anise. Thanks. Who says, have a bird. Also, make sure Steven eats. Thanks. I've been eating. It's been great. I ate a zucchini straight out of the garden yesterday. Not like while I was standing in the garden.
Take a bite out of it.
But
and put it back.
I cut it out of the garden. I took it inside, chopped it up, and I ate it.
Was there a washing step?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm skipping some things, but yes, that did occur. We had 2,000 bits from Full Metal Grizz with the George Chikorita Star Rain. 400 bits from Aldo with the George High Star Rain. We got 3 months at 49 months at tier 3. Thanks.
New music.
Yeah. 49 months at tier 3 from Tricky Anthea says, can I get some good vibes from my friends Amp and Sugar? They're moving in together this weekend, and it's a big step for them. Yeah, good vibes. Moving in together is a big step.
Yeah.
That's a big thing.
Yeah, that's huge.
It's exciting though, because you get to learn about people in a way that you don't always know until you're like living with someone, and that's exciting.
Yeah.
And then then you get to find out all the little tiny quirks that drive you up the wall. It's great.
Yeah. It's part of the fun.
It is part of the fun.
It's part of the fun.
Yeah. Me and Mal moving in together was just a fun time for her to learn.
Impress the neighbor's buffalo with Tiny Eddie's peach in a sack.
Oh, God.
Peaches, 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 peaches in a sack.
That was a bit from Cock9. Says, Tiny Eddie, I need a snack to wake me up today. What you got?
Peach in a sack?
Impress your neighbor's buffalo with Tiny Eddie's peach in a sack. There was one time we had raisin in a jar, and peach in a sack is same wavelength.
Yeah.
Ivar says, so that's where Bowser held the princess.
Yeah.
You put her in a sack.
This is just the plot of Super Mario Wonder.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's a shame that it leaked onto my stream this morning. We had 35 months from Maya the Siren, 38 from Maya Rails, 300 from Goal Line, who says, "Did you see?" I love that this is already in here. Did you see Burger King Thailand?
Oh my god!
One-upping Steven by making a real cheeseburger, which is 2 hamburger buns and 20 slices of American cheese. Yes, I have. Yes, I have. It's an incredible affront to God. And
how did this happen? How did this come into? I think you like manifested this into reality.
It is wildly timed. That
right?
I just finished making a horrifying cheese sandwich, and then Burger King said, "You know what? We need a horrifying cheese sandwich."
Watch somebody from Burger King Thailand like watches your videos and your streams. Like they're a fan. They're like, that's a great idea.
Let's all go wild
It's not
for
impossible.
Tiny Eddie's vibrant brown radish trimmings.
Ugh.
That doesn't sound good.
Why is the radish brown?
It's not even the full radish. It's just the trimmings. So 1,000 from Star Wars Trekkie says, "It's my birthday. What's Eddie giving me to celebrate?"
It's like the top of the radish. You cut off
Vibrant brown.
like, the trimmings, and they're like,
I mean, it must be doing okay if it's a vibrant
yeah, at least
radish,
it's vibrant.
as opposed to dull, achy, old, moldy radish trimmings.
I don't like this new fad diet.
I don't want to eat what rabbits eat. I feel like I'm pretty different from a rabbit. I don't need the same foods. We got 19 months from DJ Kaizo, 58 from Brondo, 21 from El Simi, 350 bits from Radio Dread says, "Clown is hyped today. Better watch out." I'm always watching out for the clowns. I think that we've got a couch of 2 clowns today. What's me and you? Because I wouldn't say that about Mao. Because she'd kill me.
How do you know I won't?
I just suspect.
You're telling me Melly isn't a clown? Well, listen, she's not here.
Oh, that's true.
This is your opportunity.
Now I have new opinions. We got 15 months from Wart Zero. 300 bits from Ketswiki says, "Oh no, they banned the wrong streamer."
Steven thinks he can take you, I guess.
I just think that there should be more wrestling matches.
If you and I fought, who would win?
I have an advantage. My limbs are longer.
My limbs are thicker.
Yeah, but I can reach you before you reach me. That's the problem.
I'm faster.
Are you faster? I bet I'm faster for shorter. I bet I'm faster for a smaller amount of time, and that might be all the more.
Boy's got the
time I
long
need.
legs.
It's true. Have you ever seen me actually run?
No.
It's frightening. It's like a giraffe got loose. It really. It's like.
Get the yellow shirt on.
Yeah,
It's
this
great.
isn't helping. But yeah, it's.
Giraffe man.
But I can't go very far. Yeah. We should do a triathlon or something.
Okay. You're on.
Me, you, and Thomas.
Okay.
So I'm just thinking of other people I want to fight, and I'm like, Thomas.
Yeah.
Definitely want to fight Thomas. We got 54 months from Lunagazer, 58 from Comadner, 10 from Aelstegosaurus, 14 from Megaseptile, 210 bits from Natalie Speaks, 18 months from Star Wars Trekkie, 16 from Sama Noir, 100 bits from Zachman, 42 months from JDO, and 340 bits from Dan the Warrior says, "Well, here's an update on my Tears of the Kingdom. In the amount of time since the last time I was here, I found 4 more shrines, so now I can have 6 hearts instead of my 5.
Get them hearts. Don't forget the stamina though. Although I feel like it's less important in Tears of the Kingdom than it was in Breath of the Wild.
I was on that train. I was like, yeah, we don't even need stamina. And then I realized that that's how you hold the paraglider. And I was like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah, you're going to want that eventually.
Because you
lot.
Because when you leave the floating islands, you can't get very far if you don't have the stamina. Like, we've had a few, like, near-death experiences because of it. That part's not great. It's fine.
At least you haven't had many... a few. At least you haven't had many, like...
The established way
Oh,
to
God.
violence.
I
Tiny
was
Eddie's
waiting.
irate cookies.
Oh, this is really well timed. From Gamer Girl Live, Tiny Eddie, I can't decide what to make for lunch for work. It's my 5th day working in a row. The joy of being a supervisor in retail.
Fitting. Fitting
Well,
to
if
have
you're a
irate
supervisor in retail, you may be interested in showing violence. And the best way to show violence is Tiny Eddie's irate cookies.
cookies. Angie cookies.
Angie cookies is a good
Added in.
Yeah, good short-term thing. We also had 43 months from Ninji. Ninji, thank you. And here's another food you can eat.
Stop trying to make a restaurant out of copper and instead eat Tiny Eddie's Toasty Famous with splatters.
From Arpiga, the end times are here. Horrifying cheese sandwich, Gex being remastered for modern consoles, and apparently there is a draft man on the loose. What can you offer me, Eddie? Toasty famous wood splatter. What is a wood splatter? Yeah, Renee says so. Sawdust.
Is that what wood... I guess that would be wood splatter.
That's wood splatter. Which I don't like that term.
Splatter does feel like a wet term.
Haley, I'll splat. I'm out.
No, Haley.
I'll sack your peach. Yeah, the closest thing we have is sawdust, but splather does feel wet, so I'm gonna say.
Is it wet sawdust?
Wet sawdust.
Oh,
which
toasty. So you have to toast the sawdust and then pour water into it.
Yeah, I think I'll actually go back to trying to make a restaurant out of copper.
Yeah,
that seems like
that seems more doable.
It's a better decision.
Yeah, it's a better way to use your time, I feel.
Also, did you see that they are remastering Gex?
I did see that they are remastering Gex. There has been a long-running inside joke with me and one of my friends since for forever that, like, I'm the Gex guy. I've literally played, like, 3 hours of one Gex game, and I didn't care for it. But now that Gex is being remastered, I am officially going to become the Gex guy.
Yeah, I guess it's a port, right? It's
not a
more of a port, but yeah, it's coming. They announced the Gex trilogy.
Yeah,
yesterday.
I'm excited about it.
The limited run, whatever you call it.
I do like 3D platformers a lot. I have strong opinions on 3D platformers, so I'm excited to get into it.
Yeah, there was an entire it was like a Nintendo Direct type thing, but it was just put on by Limited Run yesterday.
I had no idea what was happening.
Oh, I watched it actually. I watched it from start to finish.
Do you watch it live?
Yeah.
I had no idea it was happening.
Yeah. There was some pretty interesting stuff that was announced. They had previously released the Castlevania collection, which is like important Castlevania games. Now they're coming out with Castlevania Advance collection, so all of the Game Boy Advance games.
Yeah.
Clock Tower, which is a very famous Super Famicom horror game.
Okay. Is
getting officially like localized into English for the first time, and that's getting released, which is really, really cool.
The Shantae GBA game that never released.
Yep. Which is actually getting a physical GBA release.
Love that.
And it's cooperative.
Oh.
So like, and you only need one. You only need one copy.
Okay.
So
and
like
a link cable.
Yeah. So like, it's actually coming out for Game Boy Advance. It's an actual cartridge. You play it in your Game Boy Advance, and you can link up. And as long as you have one cartridge, you can play 4-player cooperative in this Shantae game.
Wow!
And the interesting. I've never played like the games, but apparently it's very much like a missing chapter, because there's the first game, and then there's the next game, and in the next game, like all the characters just know each other, and there's an entire like missing part of the story where like they meet.
Oh.
So like from a narrative perspective, it's important to the overall plot of the series.
Yeah.
It's super cool. Like, they had done a lot of work on it, and then they ended up, like, scrapping it.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad that finally got finished. Limited Run is doing some really cool stuff.
Yeah, it was neat. And then Tomba, which is a very, like, last time I checked, is pretty expensive. Very expensive, like, PS1 game, is getting
I don't know
released.
anything about that game.
I just know it's expensive,
I know it exists.
and I haven't played it.
There were also some new games that they sprinkled in there that
Yeah.
that looked interesting. What was the one that was like kind of like Klonoa? And like there was a dance. What was it called? Dance something? I can't remember now. That one interested me, even though I can't remember anything about it.
There's also a dev that's making a game that
Double Shake, that's the one.
there's a dev that's making a fart. I just lost it. What is it called? Oh, a game in the style of the CDI Zeldas.
Yeah.
And they actually reached out and have the same voice actors that were on the CDI Zeldas.
Oh, I didn't know that part.
So it feels similar.
That's really cool.
Yeah. So when I was watching the presentation, when they were talking about it as if it was going to be the CDI Zeldas.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, "Oh my god, you got the licensing to like re-release this." And then they're like, "It's a game like it." And I was like, "Okay."
I mean, that's probably a little better in some ways, because like then they can do a thing to it.
That's true.
Experience the uncertainty of Tiny Eddie's extra crispy battery Richies.
No. No, do not. No. Don't eat
Have
batteries.
you ever tasted alkaline?
Mmm.
Have you ever
No, I'm here.
Have you ever been... I'm alive.
I'm alive and here and well.
From Pastry Bear Plays, Tiny Eddie, I need a snack to get me through the day. Nothing recharges you like alkaline batteries. Right in the center of your Twinkie.
No.
They're extra crispy.
That makes it better. Yeah.
You'll really know you're biting a battery. Haley says, "Okay, but you can eat one battery."
You make them with aged batteries.
Rearward
Finally aged batteries.
Jake says, "More of a lithium guy myself. The lithium versions are more expensive." Yeah.
That's a little too fancy for my wallet.
I wonder at what point of talking about eating batteries are we advocating for eating batteries?
Listen, I'm definitely not advocating for eating batteries. Dear Twitch police.
Yeah,
please.
Dear TOS, we want to make sure everyone here knows that Tiny Eddie is an idiot and that you should not put batteries in your mouth. You should not do that. We got 32 months from Paranite, 56 from Arian661. 300 Bits from Basuna says, "Last weekend I spent a few days in Savannah with some online friends who are fellow TRG fans, including a couple SCAD students, and I want to thank y'all for all the funny moments that I could freely reference without explaining. It felt very good." Awesome. It's nice to be able to reference material of anything and like have other people that get it. That's enjoyable. Also, I hope like SCAD's going well. I haven't been back to Savannah in like 10 years. But I'd like to go back at some point. I know about the restaurants.
Yeah, I bet you do. Whenever I hear SCAD,
You think of Scab?
yeah.
Because I do.
Yeah, I'm glad that you said that. Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say. 100%.
Like infected. Yeah.
That didn't make it better.
It's not.
At least you don't think of scat. Yeah, that's the other one.
Where'd you go to college? Scab. You mean SCAD? No.
Went to scab school.
Basuna says they're building a new dorm. They got so many dorms. I guess you need more. They just slowly buy the city. because of I don't know if you're familiar with this, but because Savannah is a historic city, there's a law in the city that they can't tear down buildings.
Oh.
Which is like why the building has to fall down of natural causes.
That seems like a great way to have a bunch of dilapidated buildings.
I'm sure they have like a system to it, but yeah, that's actually a real thing in Savannah. So
how about that?
There will be times where the school will buy property. So like they own the building and they can't start doing anything with it because they have to wait for the building to like fall.
They have to wait for someone to sneak in the middle of the night and cause.
I have long thought that SCAD, like the head people at SCAD have like a secret department of folks that just go out at night with sledgehammers. They have to.
I mean,
they have to.
Listen, that's what I would do. It's a good thing that I don't own buildings in Savannah specifically.
It wouldn't be convenient. It wouldn't be convenient. We got 300 from Luna Pearl says, currently prepping for an interview in 45 minutes. May I please borrow all your good vibes? I promise to return them all when I'm done. Good vibes.
Good vibes. Good vibes.
Good vibes. Hope your interview goes spectacularly.
You got it.
Like 11 out of 10.
You got it.
Like you leave that interview and you're like, that went really well? That's what I'm hoping for.
Do it.
We also had 100 bits from Gold Lighting and 19 months from Verde Mama. Appreciate it.
I'm terrible in interviews.
You're terrible in interviews? Have you considered eating this beforehand?
Unproven yet dispassionately intoxicating. Tiny Eddie's fizzy dill sweet bites.
Yeah, my
carbonated dill sugar.
That actually sounds okay. I would eat that.
Does it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's certainly not the worst.
It's
thing.
got like a tangy, like a acidic, sweet combo. Yeah, that could work. Fizzy. I mean, is it like fizzy in the sense that it's carbonated, or is it fizzy in the sense that it's like rock candy?
I mean, I guess a rock candy would be more appropriate. Have you ever had the Jones Soda candy?
Jones Soda candy?
Yeah.
No.
We'll have to find some. They have it at the soda place, the soda store.
I just think that dill, like if you had a rock candy thing and it tasted like kind of like dill, I think that actually would be really good.
I mean, there's probably worse things. Hi, son. Welcome. This from the Reload. It says, since we're talking about SCAD, I get to tour it next Monday. Tiny Eddie, what should I pick up from the store for the long trip on Sunday? Enjoy SCAD. The tour. I'm assuming that's like an official tour. They'll take you to all of the well, not all of the buildings, but a lot of the buildings. So I think you'll enjoy it. It is a very fun place to go to school because it's not a campus. Like, that part's really cool because it's just in the city. So it's just various buildings in Savannah. And because of that, your experience, like, getting from, like, class to class feels very much, I don't know.
Good morning, Mal.
Organic or something. My wife is here. Sorry. I'm sorry. My other wife. My other wife is here.
I feel betrayed.
Second wife. Hi, Mal.
Second wife.
Who's
the second wife?
My wives. Both wives.
Both wives.
Hi, Mal.
On the subject of interviews, did I ever tell you that I interviewed for a position at Microsoft to do community management for what was it called? Their like AR headset?
I don't remember.
HoloLens.
Yes. Okay. You have told me this once before. I didn't remember that it was HoloLens specifically, but I did remember that you interviewed for a community manager position.
Yeah. I botched the hell out of that interview. It was great.
What specifically went wrong?
Okay, so the thing that stands out to me that I remember anyway, was when one of the interview questions was, what does community mean to you? And I think I said something stupid like, "This is like a bunch of people and they're friends and like we all like a thing," which is like, you know, not an interview answer.
It is the Webster's. Haley says, "Well, they botched HoloLens, so
It's true. It's because they didn't have me to tell them
I love the idea that there's
what community it
a
means.
slightly altered reality in which you were the community manager of HoloLens, and it changed the entire.
And it just takes
like,
off.
everything is different.
we all have AR headsets now.
I love that idea. Yeah, I see, because I have been, and I mean, you're going to feel similar, like, because I've been in this position for a long time, like, I haven't had to do interviews. Mm-hmm. So, like, I don't really have interviewing experience. The most interview experience I have is that, like, I interviewed for Carrabba's. And
Okay.
you know who interviewed for Carrabba's the day before I did? Mao. So my experience interviewing for Carrabba's was like, my fiance works here as of yesterday. And they're like, "Can you like hold a plate?" And I was like, "Just barely."
Nailed it.
Can you remember drink orders? No, I will need a pen and paper. No. And I'm still gonna get it wrong. Yeah, he cheated. Did you piggyback on Mal's interview? I'm not saying I didn't, but like, it was part of it. I was definitely like, "So, I'm with her." Can you hold 8 steaks at once? Nepotism.
Job.
Yeah, it. That's how I did that. Mao was a better server than me. It's true.
I believe it.
Yeah, no one will question that. There's not a single person here who'll be like, "That's not true." Like, everyone is like, "Yeah, that tracks. Completely tracks." Kimberly says, "Can we hold mock interviews for these guys, please, Christ?"
I can listen. I can do like a camera interview. I've done those.
Oh yeah. Well, that's just being a personality. That's your job.
Yeah. So
That
like
part you have to be good at.
it's fine.
You have to.
I'm halfway there.
But if you have to answer like tough questions,
Ooh, what they should have done is during my Microsoft interview, put me on camera. I would have nailed it
yeah,
because then I'd be like, funny.
yeah. If you were on camera,
That's how you get a job.
and you were asked what community means to you, you would have had a very like Josh Jepson answer.
Yeah. What would I have said?
I'm gonna give you a second to think about it,
Okay.
because I'm gonna ask you that question again. You're gonna have a chance to redeem yourself today.
Oh, great.
We get 300 bits from Action Cat says, "I made breakfast today and the bacon is perfect and the eggs easily spread on my toast. I hope everyone's day is amazing." It's my favorite way to make eggs. Favorite way to make eggs. I love it when they just... Some people like their eggs firm. And like, that's fine.
Slapping
I like a
gorilla
wet egg.
isn't complete without Tiny Eddie's aged cantankerous fluid chewies.
Oh god.
Cantankerous.
Those bits from Ooh says, I wonder what kind of delicious food can I view on the HoloLens. Slapping a gorilla isn't complete without aged cantankerous fluid chewies. You know, fluid chewies were actually the first product name that they came up with for Gushers, and they changed it. Yeah, they had like the marketing material for it. There was a little song. It's like fluid chewies, they are gooey. It was a whole thing. And then it actually wasn't sorry. Like, I'm so used to what the insane things that Haley writes, but then every once in a while she'll catch me off guard. And I'll chew your fluids is just...
No, Haley! Haley, no! No!
Whew.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You gotta slap my gorilla first. That's part of the...
No! Mal, please come back!
I like how if we laugh too much...
Sorry, Cal.
If we laugh too much, that's when Kepler's like, nah, I'm not into that.
We need rescuing.
I always know whenever I've gone too far, because then I just get the little sad face from me. It's like, pass. We had 8 months from Ow, my dude. 20 months from MCL Blue. Full Metal Girls gifted a sub to Mal Makes. I know her. 56 months from Jizak, and 37 months from Action Cat. So, Josh.
Yeah.
We're really happy to have you interviewing today at Microsoft. As you know, we're working on the HoloLens, and no chewing. Sorry, we keep a cat in the office who chews things. We're really excited to be working on HoloLens, and we're just real curious as a community manager. What does community mean to you?
Well, I think that community is has an important social role, and I think that when everyone gets together and holds hands and sings Kumbaya, that is what community truly is at the end of the day. And when we can get together and have a turkey,
One turkey.
and a turkey, yeah,
A turkey.
for the entire community of people holding hands and singing Kumbaya. I think that really is the essence of community.
So you're suggesting that we send turkeys to everyone who is following HoloLens on Twitter.
Yeah, and you will sell so many HoloLenses. You will sell so many. Good luck with the turkey obtaining. Good luck obtaining all those turkeys.
I
all
love
5 turkeys for all the people that get HoloLens.
they have to buy a HoloLens to get the turkey.
Well, you could.
Or we're just sending out turkeys.
You can send turkeys to like influencers.
Sorry, I'm just imagining a future where I get an email from Microsoft and they're like, "Hey, Microsoft would like to send you something." And I'm like, "All right." And then it's a turkey. It's on like it's packed on ice. And there's a little note and it's like from Microsoft.
You only get a free turkey though if you're holding hands with people and singing Kumbaya. That's the only way to get the free turkey. Otherwise, you have to buy a HoloLens to get the turkey. Or at least pre-order the HoloLens.
Cosmic says the HoloLens comes with a turkey coupon. We should have more products that just have nothing to do with each other and are connected.
Like,
That's what we need. Anyway, 3 Bits of Shy, it says, sounds similar to the interview for my first part-time job. It was at a restaurant both my siblings had worked at until a year before. Manager saw my name and asked, "Are you so-and-so's brother?" "Yes." "You start Friday."
wow.
Super nepotism. Patty, good morning.
Good morning, Patrick.
Oh, hi, bud.
How's it? How are you?
I'm glad that you're here this morning. It's been a bit.
It's an early.
It is an early.
Like, for you.
Yeah, it's especially... Have you been up late,
Oh.
Patty?
Oh, I just realized he might just still be
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. There's been times in the past where Patty has shown up, and I'm like, "Oh, Patty." But it's always like, "Oh, you're tired."
Don't worry, I get it, though. I understand on a deep emotional level about that.
Yeah. Just a lot of people that do Twitch understand that.
You get that late night, you play some Zelda.
Yeah. A lot of people stay up maybe longer.
You play I feed off the disappointment you are exhibiting.
Man, you can
It
live...
gives me life.
You can live your life however you'd like. That is...
And listen,
everyone is welcome to do their thing.
no one's disappointed in you, Patty. In fact, actually, it's truly an inspiration, actually. How do you do it?
I'm slightly disappointed.
I couldn't, because then I'd be disappointed in myself
be a hypocrite,
also.
yeah.
I would be a huge hypocrite if I was disappointed.
I did stay up a little late last night. A little bit. There were some things that I wanted to get done, and I stayed up to ensure that I got them done, but I didn't stay up super late.
I went to bed at a reasonable hour of like 1:30 in the morning, and then I woke up at 5 a.m.
See, I went to bed
Which is
around
not ideal.
around that time, maybe a little bit later, but I woke up at 8.
See, that's reasonable.
Yeah. You'll be taking a nap.
I will be taking a nap today, 100%, or I will have another coffee. No, I'm gonna nap. I have to nap. I have to nap.
I was deciding between giving my body the rest it needs or shoving a chemical in my throat to say nah.
I have to be ready for tonight.
That is true.
What's happening tonight?
That is true. Patty, what are you doing tonight?
Patty, hey, oh, Patty. Patty, what are you doing tonight?
This evening, we're doing a recording for Halo. It's not a live thing. It's a recording. Patty, send me a message in Discord.
Hal's gonna be there. I'm gonna be there. And if Patty's there, like the three of us used to play Halo together.
Yeah, actually, the very first Steven and Friends video is Halo 3. Very first one we ever did.
Yeah.
And Patty is in it.
What? Really?
I'm like 95% sure.
Oh.
It'd be wild if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm right.
That's dope. We love to see it.
So, not to rope Patty into something live,
Rope him in. Rope him.
But,
rope the boy.
Yeah. Send me a message.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll see. We'll see like who's there, because I actually don't know, but we'll probably have a group of people.
Yeah.
I think I put 7:45 p.m. Eastern, so like 8 p.m. Eastern. So if you're around, we're gonna play Halo Infinite. What a wild coinky dink that you would show up this morning, and we would mention that.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, it'd be lovely to have you again to play a little Halo. Anyway, yeah, so that's happening tonight. The other thing that's happening...
But can you play Halo on the HoloLens?
I mean, you might be able to. Isn't it just a display? Can't it just display Halo?
Yeah, probably.
So it can probably do it. Probably. I would suspect. We have 501 bits from Ryan, who says...
Halo Lens.
Someone asked for a bird? Bird. 500 from Slick Duke says, give us the bird for HoloLens. We need turkeys, specifically. 42 months from Scullapendra. Gamer Girl Life gifted a sub to Patty. And 46 months from Paint Chipper. Patty says, I'm down, I'll hit you up. I think you have a way to contact me. I'll just assume you do. You can, like, send me a message on Discord, maybe? Or text me? I don't know. There's a way.
Not the bird I wanted. I'm sorry, I should have sent you a turkey. That's my bad, chat.
Well, yeah, it's the normal gift when someone gives you an expensive electronic is to send them a turkey, as we've established today. That's exactly what we're supposed to do. We're learning a lot. I don't know how much of it's helpful, but we're learning a lot. This is the Patty song.
There's no way!
This is wild, man.
There's no way. You couldn't plan that.
No, this is... Wow.
I mean, you could plan it, but we didn't.
No, there's thousands of songs in the library.
That's
this
incredible.
This is wild. What a wild morning. It feels like destiny.
Yeah.
Everything's coming up, Patty. Neat. Who would have thought?
We love to see it.
What an interesting turn of events. Yeah, I can't hear the song without seeing the face. Patty says, wait, I have a song. So in old vlogs, anytime we would travel on a plane, I would always have a shot outside the window of the plane. I always played this song. And every time I played the song, I had a video of your face that showed up. This isn't exactly the face, but it's not that far off. So, like, I associate this song with travel, with planes, and also with Patrick.
That's great.
It's actually kind of wild.
That's great.
It's very funny. I haven't done it in a while, but I bet I still have the video file because I'd like cut it. I'd cut it out. I'd rotoscoped it.
Patty, come visit.
Fun. Yeah, you could do that.
That'd be cool.
Today it's just became Patrick morning. Anyway, that was 901 bits from Grabobly with the Patty High Star rating. Thanks. That's who we're talking about. There is something else happening today, though.
What's that?
It's true that we're doing breakfast stream now, and it's also true that we're recording Halo tonight. But in the middle, I'm actually doing a stream with Chaz.
You got like a whole day.
It's a day. It's a very big day. I'm doing a stream with Chaz, and for a little safety's sake, let's say 1:30 p.m. Let's say 1:30 p.m. Eastern. It seems like a good time.
That's not too far from now.
Yeah, it gives us enough time to eat like a lunch, and for me to set stuff up. Square stream, rectangle stream. Rectangle stream. Chaz and I are going to be playing Magic, which is a game that consists of rectangles, and very specifically, it's going to be Lord of the Rings themed.
There's some shape-related thing from probably disc only that I missed.
No, it's when Chaz streams, because Chaz does stream on his own, he calls it Square Stream because he plays Picross.
Oh.
He plays almost exclusively Picross.
Oh, okay.
So those are squares.
Oh.
I'm elongating Chaz's squares today.
Gotcha. 'Cause magic.
It's true.
Magic the square.
Yes.
The square inning.
Yeah. I'll elongate your square. Yeah, so that'll be fun. It should be fun for folks that like Magic and card games, and it also should be fun for anyone who enjoys Lord of the Rings. Because I'm sure we will be talking about Lord of the Rings.
I love Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, we'll have lots of very accurate Lord of the Rings discussion, I'm sure. Chaz, I've seen the movies. And I remember some of them. Me and Mao, unprompted, had an entire discussion in the sunroom a few weeks back because I just keep doing this. There's two characters in Lord of the Rings that I'm convinced are just the one person, and I forget that they're two people.
Oh. I think I know who you're talking about.
I don't remember their names. It's not Tizzle and Wizzle. Tizzle and Wizzle are clearly very different, but there's two characters.
It's Guy and Fella.
Yes! And, like, it's so hard for me to keep them straight.
Yes, my two favorite Lord of the Rings characters, Gandalf and Dumbledore.
Aragorn and Boromir.
Yeah.
I'm like, they're the same people.
Yeah.
Or something. I don't know. It's hard to know. It's hard to know anything.
Well, every character in Lord of the Rings has, like, 3 different names, at least, minimum.
It is, like, wildly confusing.
Gandalf is, like,
it's
500 years old and has, like, 17 names.
He does get lots of names. Yeah. There's
sometimes he's gray, sometimes he's white.
Yeah. It's a confusing series that I'm grateful that I've seen. I'm grateful that I've like learned a little bit about. But yeah, there's a lot to it. I'm still trying to like take it all in. Anyway, we'll be talking about that today at 1:30 p.m. Eastern time. I'm sure it'll be great. Also, I haven't played Magic in literally years, and I played just a little bit on Saturday with Chaz, and I was so bad that I told Chaz, I was like, I don't think we should do this stream. Like, that's how bad. I was like, Chaz, I think I'm going to embarrass myself very badly. And he was like, it'll be fine.
I mean, that's like part of the fun.
Well,
watching you embarrass yourself is like part of it.
It takes so long It takes so long to read cards. How does anyone play any card game? It's impossible. You have to sit there and read, then you have to read it again to like comprehend what it means.
Chaz doesn't.
Correct. We played a match on Saturday. Haley, it's true. We played a match on Saturday, and I'm sitting there reading cards, and Chaz was like, if you're playing like the game for real, there's a timer. I was like, Chaz, don't tell me that. Like, I need time. I need time to like take this all in. I'm gonna learn these things. Anyway, it's gonna be fun.
You should just play the Lord of the Rings Return of the King for the Nintendo GameCube multiplayer beat 'em up game, whatever it is. It's got combos and stuff. It's unironically really good.
Which one?
Lord of the Rings Return of the King for the Nintendo GameCube.
Third Age, Return of the King.
Oh, look at that. That's beautiful.
Is it fun to be able to just name a GameCube game?
Yeah.
It's a lot easier if it's on the front row. That was a front row game.
Like so here it live the epic adventure, play as 9 characters. Battle through 15 highly interactive levels. Form your fellowship.
That's kind of a weird phrase. Highly interactive levels. That's a weird marketing blip to put on the box, I think.
I guess.
Like what?
You want your video game to be interactive, right?
Yeah, but like that's kind of a weird way of phrasing that, right?
True.
Instead of just like 15 levels, 15 highly interactive. Yeah,
they gotta
lowly uninteractive levels.
They have to like add some fluff to it,
Yeah,
wait a minute. Look at this though. You can fight side by side in multiplayer co-op. That's great. I knew that. But I didn't know that you can unlock special content by connecting to a Game Boy Advance.
Oh, that's neat. There's a lot of games that support that I don't ever remember. So is that game just basically Gauntlet? I'm assuming it's just Gauntlet, but it's Lord of the Rings Gauntlet.
Yeah.
Which would be fun.
Yeah, and like you unlock characters and like you unlock combos and stuff as you play, and like it's really great. It's really fun and it's co-op. Like we should play this sometime.
Does it have the music in it?
The only game with scenes and music from the films.
So the box.
Never mind. Never mind.
You'll be playing that on mute.
Yeah, we can just insert our own music.
When me and Dan played Lego Star Wars on Extra Life, it starts up and the theme starts. So then immediately me and Dan just jumped into singing over it ourselves.
Yeah.
And that works.
Yeah.
Just do that the whole game.
We're taking the hobbits to Isengard. Just like
the
you just
whole
sing
game
that.
is never stopped. We got 54 months from Armored Frog, 4 months from Austin3291, 300 bits from Will Peters. It says, don't you embarrass yourself on a regular basis anyway? It's true, but I generally feel like I'm in control of the embarrassment, and Magic extends into a realm where I'm not. Where I'm like, ooh, I'm not in control. Like, this is not a bit. This is just like, Steven is struggling to read and comprehend the cards live. But it's fine. It's fine. Maybe the 2 or 3 games that I played on Saturday night will help me.
Hopefully. I wish you the best of luck.
I also wish myself luck. We have 300 bits of Shy says, how does anyone play any card game on stream? Have you seen people who play Master Duel? The answer is long anime-style monologues. Card games are hard.
Card games are hard.
They're really hard.
I never really got into card games. Like, I played a tiny bit of Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I had some friends that played, and a tiny bit of Pokemon. But I just liked looking at the art, mostly.
Yeah.
That was my favorite part of trading card games.
Oh man, I have a little funny anecdote about card games. Yesterday, my mom sent me a text, and she was like, "Where in the Walmart are Pokemon cards?"
Why is your mom buying Pokemon cards?
And I was like, why do you need Pokemon cards? She said, I'm getting them for a friend of mine's son. as a present for whatever reason. He wants Pokemon cards.
Okay.
He's 9 and he wants Pokemon cards. And I just thought for a minute, I was like, how wild the giant circle we've made. Because like also at that age, I was buying Pokemon cards, except they were like base set.
And now they're all worth thousands of dollars.
Yeah. So I told her, I was like, oh, well, they're in the front of the Walmart. There's like a section generally for trading cards. And she went and she just started taking pictures of like all the card sets and was like, which one should I get? And I'm like, I don't know. I was like, she had taken a picture of a few of them, and I was like, I guess the one with Gardevoir. So then I got to have the very unique experience. The very unique experience of receiving a text from my mom that simply reads, "What's a Gardevoir?" And like, not a lot of people get that text from their mom, and it's just it was so great that
I'm glad that you told her and that she didn't Google it.
I screenshotted. It's my mom's name, and then it says, "What's a Gardevoir?" And I sent it to Alex and Haley, and Haley was like, "Oh no!" And it was great. It was just a really great experience.
What was my exact reaction when you said that? I was like, "Oh no!"
So yeah, because like there's all these Pokemon and like on the boxes and stuff, and I'm like, I don't know, Gardevoir one. But then she found one that was Zeraora, and Mal was like, do Zeraora. Because we're trying to think what Pokemon appeals to a 9-year-old. We're like,
so like here's the thing, right? Like if you're 9 today and you play Pokemon and you want Pokemon cards, what does that mean for you? Because like I don't know what game you played, right? Like it could have been like Sword and Shield sort of era where you probably started. That's what I would think. So
it's very weird to me, this idea of a game, like you're getting into this game that has just existed for so long. Because Pokemon cards have been around for like a long time, right? Like I bought Pokemon cards literally the day they debuted.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that's impressive.
Because I knew when they were going to come out, and I went to it was either EB Games or a Babbage's, and they had the trainer card set, the 2-player starter set, and I bought it. They were misprinted. Every card in there was misprinted, which apparently makes them worth like a lot more.
Yeah.
But yeah, they were all misprinted, and something you didn't realize until later because you're looking at the cards, you're like, why are these weirder? Anyway, fun. All of my Pokemon cards, Emil has now.
Oh, yeah. Emil gave me some Pokemon cards for my birthday. A bunch of Kyogre cards.
Yeah, I saved all of my Pokemon. I never got rid of any Pokemon cards. I even saved all the cardboard, like the boxes and stuff.
Wow.
And I sold all of that to Emil like years and years and years ago.
Yeah.
So it would exit my home. So I'm glad that he has it.
That's awesome.
So he has a
very impressive Pokemon card collection.
Yeah. He has almost every like North American released card.
Yeah.
It's like 97% complete or something.
That's wild.
It's getting up there.
That's wild.
You got a lot of them. We got 18 months from Star Wars Trekkie, 4 months from Runner Charm, and 200 bits from Dark Lord. Thank you. Appreciate it. So in addition to my stream happening at 1:30, Jepson, do you have stuff going on today or no?
No.
Well, are you on break?
I'm taking break. Tuesday, Thursday these days. Although next week I'm doing Earthbound on Tuesday because I'm traveling on Monday. So next week I won't be taking a break on Tuesday.
So I'm just gonna write that down.
Yeah, just so everyone knows, playing Earthbound on Tuesday next week. Not tonight. I'm not doing a thing tonight. Tomorrow I am doing. Tomorrow night I'm doing Splatfest with Liam Six, Trill Girl, Forest Minish. So because Splatfest is this weekend. My schedule says that I'm playing a scary spooky game tonight, but I need to change that because there was a scheduling snafu. So we're doing spooky scary game on Saturday instead. So that'll be fun.
I've very much enjoyed watching you play Earthbound.
It's been a good time.
And I just added it to my calendar.
Yeah.
because I'm like, I'm gonna watch you.
That means a lot. It's been really fun to like have everybody in chat, all my friends, and like hanging out, and it's been, I don't know, it's been really nice. And I know everybody's been convincing me to play Earthbound for years.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that I'm playing it now and not years ago. Because I did start it at one point, and I just wasn't in like the right
it's
place.
It's gonna mean maybe more now.
Yes.
Especially because, like, of everyone that lives in Raleigh, you are the only person who hasn't finished it. And it is very, very important to, like, half of the people here.
Yeah. There's a lot of people in my life that it is an important game to.
Yeah.
So,
Beans.
bean it up.
Bean time.
Bean, baby. I'm really enjoying the game. The game is so funny. It's weird. It's right up my alley. Yeah. Like, I love it. Yeah. And here's the other thing, too. When I started playing Earthbound back in 2016, briefly, I didn't care for JRPGs too much at the time. And, like, Earthbound is a little different because it's got, like, its own quirks and stuff. But I was turned off by games like that, especially turn-based RPGs. Everything but Pokemon. Like, that's the only thing I ever played. And in like the last year, I've started getting into like more turn-based RPGs and really finding myself enjoying them and getting more deeply into them. The only thing that's like keeping me from finishing certain games, like I started Octopath Traveler 2 and loved it and got like 20 hours in and then stopped playing it because it's long. So that's kind of where that's still the struggle for me. But
one of the difficulties with RPG, especially like a lengthy RPG or any really heavy story-based game, is that if you take a break, you're screwed. Yeah. Because if you walk away from it and you're like, I'm busy with other things, and you leave it for like 3 weeks, you're like, what was I doing?
Yeah.
You're like, who is this character?
And like the ins and outs of like the mechanics of the battle system and stuff too. Like especially for something like Octopath 2, there's a lot of like little things that I probably do not remember if I go back to it. So
making it a part of your work.
Yeah.
And actually, forcing you, like, I'm going to play this every week does help make sure that you retain what's going on.
And then once I play Earthbound, I have like this like mental list of other JRPGs that I've never finished or never played.
Yeah.
Or games related to that. Like I really want to play Mother 3 eventually after this. Obviously, I really want to play Undertale. I have played Undertale once and I really enjoyed it, but I never quite finished it. I got very close to the end. Never quite finished it. And I think I would approach it differently if I were to play it now than when I played it a bunch of years ago. So like that, and like Chrono Trigger, I had a whole thing with Chrono Trigger. I'm so disappointed. I got like 40 hours into Chrono Trigger, and then my save corrupted.
Is Chrono Trigger 40 hours long?
I'm exaggerating a little bit. What I'm saying is I got really, really far into Chrono Trigger.
I have never finished Chrono Trigger.
It's a great game.
Yeah,
it's super good.
I've gotten a bit into it twice, and I've never actually finished it.
I was definitely very close to the end. I mean, like, I can say, like, I can remember where I was at-ish. It was like the Sky Kingdom place. That's where I was at. I was like exploring that and talking to people there. And I don't know how far into that game it is, but
yeah, it's a game that I definitely want to play through at some point. And I just like haven't yet. I'll get to it at some point.
You can't play Chrono Trigger until you finish Final Fantasy X. I don't think that's a rule. I don't think that's a law. Final Fantasy X is objectively worse than Chrono Trigger.
Oh.
Listen, I've never actually played it, but I watched somebody play it, and I can just tell.
He said no.
What do you mean no?
Oh,
no. I got you. Chrono Trigger better.
Yeah, I have played. I never finished Final Fantasy X, which is upsetting because I got through 99% of it.
Yeah,
but I screwed up.
Uh-oh.
In Final Fantasy X, you play through the game in a pretty linear fashion,
Yeah.
And then at some point, the game opens up.
Yeah.
And it becomes open world, and you can do things.
Yeah.
Or you can go to the boss.
Oh, and you went right.
I went straight to the boss and saved.
Oh no! And then you got stuck in the end game and couldn't
I
continue to level up.
I literally can't win.
Wow.
Yeah. So I did that. I mean, I was, it was when the game came out, and I just did. I guess the concept at the time of like saving in different slots just didn't. Like I didn't think of that.
Right.
I just kept saving in the same slot. So, yeah, I didn't.
Something
win.
like that happened to me with another RPG. I played Mario and Luigi, Partners in Time, and there's a point in the game, and I'm actually not 100% sure about this because like I just couldn't find the way out of it. But there's a point in the game that sort of seems like a point of no return right at the very end.
Yeah.
And I was just a little bit underleveled somehow in the freaking thing, and I was I'm bad at these games, so like. I was on the struggle bus and I could not go back to like level up more or anything. Maybe there's a way out of it and I just screwed up. You can warp back after partner's point of no return. You can warp back. Anyway, what I'm saying is I didn't know that, so.
If you're playing a game like that, like especially like an RPG where you really have to like grind and get levels in order to progress, getting stuck like that is bad.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of point of no returns, to be honest.
RPG says point of no return messages are my favorite quality of life change over the years.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
At least something very obvious, like, this is clearly the end. Don't go unless you're ready. Like, that kind of thing.
Mao and I just played through the Bioshock again. And Josh was there for the ending, actually.
Yeah.
And at the end of Bioshock, the person you're talking to on the radio is like, once you go through this door, there's no going back. So it's like trying to let you know, like, hey, this is it. Don't go up here until you're ready.
Yeah.
And then you go in and you're on an elevator and a message comes up on screen. It's like saving has been disabled. You're like, okay.
Whoa.
And the reason they do that is because if they allowed you to save, you wouldn't be able to go back.
Okay.
So they actually disable saving.
Interesting.
So you can't save and get completely stuck.
Wild.
Which is helpful, actually. It's a helpful thing. So
you know what's hilarious about me not playing RPGs because they're long? I can put 200 hours into a Zelda game. And I will, and have done.
So why do you think that is? Is it
the nature of like a slower style of gameplay from like a turn-based RPG battle system versus something like more
action oriented. Yeah. Okay.
I think that's what it is. It keeps my attention better.
Yeah. I mean, also like an RPG is just super text heavy, so you're also just constantly like getting story and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's been a while, I think, since I've played like a really long RPG.
Yeah.
I don't really know the last. Like, if you want to count Fallout, which is fair, you could count that. Like, I played Fallout 4 for a million years.
Yeah.
But before that, I'm like, I don't even know. I have no idea.
Yeah. Skyrim.
In my youth, I played the crap out of RPGs, but
yeah,
I'm older and I don't put as much time into them. People for years have always been like, you should play Persona.
Pokemon.
And like, I'm like, that's so long.
Like that's a game that I think I would really like actually is Persona, but there's no way I would not be able to. It would not be able to hold my attention for like 150 to 200 hours.
I think I'd put like an hour or so into a first 20 for Persona 5, and I liked it. I knew Mao would like it. I was like, this is a game Mao would really enjoy, and I haven't come back to it. Anyway, Starfield comes out in September. Armored Frog gifted a sub to Samus 2008. We got 500 bits from Armored Frog. It says, morning, Stephen and Maljosh. Maljosh. I'm at my friend Matt's house with Jared, and we're going to MetroCon over the weekend. Going to be a good time.
Have fun.
Nice.
Love to see it.
It's summer. It's the summer of cons.
Yeah, I went to too many games.
How was that?
It was good. I mean, I just bought stuff. Like, I didn't really do like a whole lot. I just looked around at stuff that you spend money on.
Did you buy too many games?
No, fortunately. I bought one game. One game.
What'd you buy?
I bought a Japanese copy of Banjo-Tooie.
Oh, interesting.
Also known as Banjo-Kazooie 2. Because it wasn't called Banjo-Tooie in Japan. And I don't have a way to play that, but I have a Banjo-Kazooie collection. And that's like the only thing I collect, so...
I'm actually really curious. What's something in like your Banjo-Kazooie collection that you do not own? That's like that's in your mind's eye of like, oh, that's something that if I stumbled across it at a gaming convention, I would pick up. If anything.
I don't own a copy of the Game Boy Advance game, Grunty's Revenge. And
Really?
I used to, is the thing. I had one at some point, and like sometime in my teenage years, I sold it. And I wish I had one.
Do you own the soundtrack?
No. I almost bought that one time, actually.
Yeah, the CD is old, and then Fangamer got the rights to do the vinyl.
Yeah, I almost bought the Fangamer vinyl.
Yeah.
But I also don't have any way to play that either.
Yeah, that's fair. Wait, 20 months from Nintendo Nitwit. Appreciate it. I was going to say we would talk about what's coming up. I guess we did that a little bit. Because you don't have anything going on today. You got stuff coming up.
Yeah, Splatfest tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Spooky Scare. I'm playing a game called Psych, which is a psychological horror game that was suggested by a viewer.
Yeah.
I'm playing that on Saturday. Gonna do like a late night thing, and like there's gonna be some like new jump scare alerts and stuff like that. It's gonna be great. I don't play spooky games very often.
You're gonna pee yourself.
I'm gonna pee myself. It's gonna be great. I love pee.
Love peeing yourself. Yeah. I love pee. Josh Jepson, 2023.
And Sunday I'm playing Zelda. So
cool. For me, today at 1:30 p.m. Tune in because. Yeah, Chaz says 3.5 hours to the most strategic Magic gameplay and knowledgeable Lord of the Ring discussion you've ever seen.
Good luck. Good luck, Chaz.
It's gonna be
Good luck, Chaz.
Not only me trying to like learn completely new Magic the Gathering mechanics and like figuring out what they do, but then also being like, which character is this again? Which one is this? Is this Gandalf's friend? Which one's Gandalf's friend? Is this Gandalf's friend?
Gandalf has a lot of friends, to be fair.
Wizards make lots of friends.
It's true.
Everyone wants to, because you don't want to be. Why would you want to be on the bad side of a wizard?
Right? Yeah, everybody wants to be friends with a wizard.
That doesn't help. Anyway, yeah. So that's today, and then tomorrow is. So tomorrow night is not Zelda. Tomorrow night, Alex and Haley are joining me for a different game.
Ooh, that is a mysterious.
Yeah, we can't play legally. Me and Mallory have to play Zelda together.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to do something else. But it'll be fun. We'll be on the couch doing something.
You should play Link's crossbow training.
I bet we won't. There are thousands of video games in this house, and there is a chance it could be Link's crossbow training.
And Link's crossbow training is the best one out of all of them. All of them. Banjo-Kazooie? Earthbound?
Link's crossbow training, Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy X. In that order.
Coffee!
Yes. Okay, yeah, I agree.
Haley, yep, we're playing Xenogears. I don't think I own Xenogears. I think that's a game I don't have. And at this point, it might be too expensive to own. We have 300 bits and one weird cat says, I humbly request the good vibes. Last month, I had a nasty falling out with a friend. They just messaged me for the first time after that.
Oh.
I told them we need to have an adult conversation before friendship resumes. Hopefully, this won't be for the birds. Good vibes.
Good vibes. Good luck. Friendships are hard sometimes.
Sometimes in adulthood, that happens.
Yeah.
And, like, it...
You got. I mean,
sucks.
Everybody's got to set boundaries. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
And, you know, if you can meet in the middle at the boundary and figure it out,
yeah,
I wish you the best.
It is also okay, I think, to let folks know that, like, sometimes you can't repair friendship.
Mm-hmm.
That can happen. And if so, like, that's also okay.
Yep.
That's also okay. Sometimes in life, you're around people for like a certain amount of time. And that's also okay. We have 3 bits and Will Peters says, so you lied to us on Mouse Stream. Did I?
What did you say?
I don't know.
What did you do?
I don't remember.
I believe it, though.
I mean, I probably did. Oh, I said Tears of the Kingdom tomorrow. Oh, yeah, well, that's me misspeaking. But yeah, not Tears of the Kingdom.
Not Tears of the Kingdom.
Not Tears of the Kingdom. Tears of the Kingdom will be...
Listen, if you want to watch someone play Tears of the Kingdom, I am doing that on Sunday. I do know a guy. I am doing that on Sunday. You can come to that.
Much further than I am, but it does count. It is technically Zelda.
It is technically Zelda. And also, like, you know, I'm not that far in the grand scheme of things. I mean, I'm far, but I'm not that far.
You're way further than us.
Yes. That was always going to happen.
Ooh, it's not even close.
It's not even close.
It's really not even close.
And that's saying something that I feel like I'm not even that far.
It is honestly at the end of, I think it was last stream. The end of last stream was when I was like, Mallory, this game is really long. Like, we're going to be playing this for a long time. And she sighed and she's like, I know. It's like, oh my God. Like, it's exciting that we get to enjoy it, but also it's a realization of like, oh, people will be playing the new Mario. People will be playing...
People's kids are going to be growing
Metroid
up with
Prime
this.
4 will be out before we finish Tears of the Kingdom.
That's just a fact. Yeah.
People will be like, man, Metroid Prime 4. And I'll be like, we're almost done with Zelda.
Amazing.
That's... Some folks think it won't. We'll see.
I mean, that's if it comes out. At all.
Yeah, it seems to be in a development hell.
Dane. I already beat it. Metroid Prime 4.
Dan has already finished Metroid Prime 4. Already finished it. Also, Haley, yes. All right, that's it for today. Josh, thank you for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, we'll see y'all hopefully later today for Magic Lord of the Rings, and check out Josh's Splatfest tomorrow. What time are you doing that? Oh, the evening.
8 p.m.
Okay.
8 p.m. Eastern. Fight me.
All right.
Fight me.